Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Comlands here. This will be a little bit of a different video. As you can see, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm busy just prepping this field here. This is the 11th episode, I think, in the series on my channel anyways, the 200 horsepower parallel challenge with a large number of other channels now. I've listed as many as I know of anyways currently in the description of this video. But yeah, if you've been following along, it's been a lot of fun trying different things and just trying to make a farm here. So anyways, I've been going since about 5:30 this morning on this map, game time anyways, with varying degrees of sped up and slowed down time. But yeah, this was a big day, so I didn't know how else to do this. We're trying to maintain this one episode per, or one day per month, one episode per month kind of structure. But I knew today was going to be a little bit big, so I needed to figure out a way to do it. So I've actually recorded a compilation of things that I've done so far in the day here. So I think I might just cut to that quickly here, and you can see what's led me to this point right here. Hey, how's it going? It's voice over me. I don't know how else to do this, but here we go. So there's where it all started. We had basically, what were we sitting at there? Negative $478 when we opened up at 5 o'clock in the morning here. So we basically, I think we need a little over a couple $100,000. So the goal was to basically sell enough stuff that we could hit $200,000 because we needed to buy the property. I guess ultimately that's really what the goal was just to buy the property. That's where we needed the bulk of the funds. So we started off by running a bunch of laps around and around in circles as we sold silage here. Again, giving up some money, obviously. If we were taking all this up to the town, we likely would have made more. But you know what, in the end, we can just run laps. We don't have to go all the way back up and down to the store. Later, you'll see that we do go to the store because once it comes to selling, like when it came to selling a trailer load of, bread and oil and all that kind of stuff, it makes sense to go up to the store. Because I think in some cases it was like $1,000 per 1,000 liters more that we'd get by going up there. So it's just crazy not to go up there. All right, at this point we were down to about 20,000 liters of silage, so this would be the last load. So we're getting, what is this thing, 17,000 liters per lap, I guess. So we're upwards of $75,000 right there, 74.5. So we're about to make a bit of a mistake here. I don't know how this trailer keeps fooling me. So look, auto load no, right? I've selected auto load no. Purchase the trailer. I love this. I love the trailer. Like, look, it's this nice big flat floor. Perfect for loading all the stuff we need to load, but I'm going to get tricked by this thing again. Because even though you select auto load no, maybe what it means is, like, so I understand auto load, you would, drive out in a field and, things would jump into your trailer as you went past them, or you hit whatever the designated button is, and then it sort of loads things on, and then when you get to wherever you want to go, you can hit a button and unload everything. Well, this one, and I never actually looked at the menu to see if that's how this one functions as well, but this one has that when you go to load something onto it, immediately jumps it into whatever position it wants. I can't stand this thing. I fall for this every time. I do. Maybe it's the lights. Look at those lights. I love it. Love that trailer. Otherwise, like, super good, nice and flat, wide. It's got lights. Like, come on, you can customize the color and the wheels. It wasn't that expensive either, too. It was about $15,000. Crazy. Anyways, we're gonna set this thing up here, and we're going to get the first pallets, anyways, before we give up on this thing. The amount of times I come close to those sunflowers too makes me a little bit nervous. They may not live for long. I don't know, we're a little bit close, but anyways, as long as I'm careful, I think we'll be all right. I want to say that there was about 90,000 liters of wood still in the sawmill, which is good. Oh, here we go. I just had this feeling this was about to happen. There you go. That is not what I wanted at all. I have the feeling later on in life in this series we may end up with auto load, but right now we're definitely not using it. So I got my first, what is that, 4, can't tell if I got one more on the side there. 4,000 liters, yeah, my first 4 pallets of planks. I couldn't even load anymore, and there's more to load. I just had to get rid of this. Look at it, it's such a nice trailer too. Like everything in PC gaming, I'm sure there's a way to turn off that function, but like to go into the XML somewhere, or I don't even know what that means, but I mean, I did what I could do in the menu, select no for auto load. So there you go, not bad, 16 grand. It's a little over $4,000 per liter, no, per 1,000 liters. So if you could hear what I was saying when I was playing right now, there was a lot of swear words, a lot of cursing. I took the hit. What is it? Was it $15,500 and like $800 to purchase, and I just got $12,400 for it? So anyways, whatever, who cares? I'll take the hit. And back to Old Faithful here. You'll likely have seen this one before. I like this trailer too. It's no nonsense. I've never had any issues with it. The only thing that I don't like about this trailer is how narrow it is. It is a little bit narrow, so when you're turning corners and stuff, you got to really be careful. Yeah, like look, it's dwarfed compared to that other big beautiful trailer. This one looks tiny. But you know what? It works. That's the main thing, right? Sticky pallets. I don't know why I was having some issues here. I'm pretty sure I was clear of the pallets, but they kept sticking. It might have been my fault. So I'm trying to estimate the logs that are on the ground over there. I'm guessing that's another 100,000 liters. It's got to be, what, 50,000 liters? No, maybe not. What did I say? I remember saying earlier in the series how much wood was roughly in each one of those. One of you guys are going to know for sure. It seems like every time I say something so far in this series, and this has been the coolest part, I'll say something and then like 3 people will chime in with like the actual facts. So you guys know a lot of stuff about this game, which is amazing, actually. I only hope I can retain some of it. So we got 1 pallet of furniture, 4 pallets of planks, and 1 pallet of furniture. You know, on the theme of you guys knowing everything, what does it mean to upgrade this? Like I think I said earlier, I upgraded this to level 2. I'm assuming that just means that it processes wood quicker, but how do I know how quicker? How do I know how much faster it actually processes it? I don't understand the number, like the turns. I just don't understand that. Oh no, you know what? I forgot about that. Yeah, there was a partial pallet of furniture also. So we'll cash in there for sure. Now we'll go cash in on all this. Is it just me, or did those boxes look like IKEA boxes? I bet you they were styled after IKEA boxes. Just without the crazy names, right? Okay, so I can't remember how much we got here, but look at that. Then money's already over 100 grand. 31, about 32, 33 with the bonus, about 33.5 with the bonus. So look at that. What did we start? Didn't we start with negative money on the day, and now we got almost $120,000? Oh yeah, I'm driving by, I'm like, oh God, I know I gotta mow that big field, and then I just realized this field was ready to mow also. Nice fluffy grass, but oh God. And there we go. There's the first, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 of them, I think. Is that what I counted there? It was kind of strange the way they spawned. Like all of them spawned in like doubles like that, except for the last 2 that spawned sort of staggered. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing though. That's why I think we got to make sure we always have a massive canola and a massive sunflower field going, and perhaps like, so based on the speed that this mill produces or processes the material, I almost think that maybe if we could set it up where we're planting one of those, like a canola field and a sunflower field every 6 months, let's say, like a giant field. So that way, and then, you know, then in 6 months later, we make sure we plant another one. That would mean twice a year we could have a very large harvest of these oil products. So it's not like once a year. Maybe we try to set it up so we can do it twice a year. I think if we purchase that, is it Field 25, the one up by the, like where we started, we could potentially make that like, well, we could make that entire thing a sunflower field, for example, and then we'll find another area and make that entire thing a canola field. I have this set to just automatically spawn because there's storage. You can't store a lot of bread in the bakery. All right, who's been tricked by this already? So this was supposed to be the, I can't remember what it's called, whatever that sell point was called. Maybe I'll put it on the screen or something. But so when you tag it, it shows this whatever you call this, like this silo here, but it's not actually the sell point. Thankfully, I've played Farming Simulator long enough that I know even when things don't make sense, there's a way to make sense of it. So look at this. There it is. It's not the thing that was tagged. I think all of us that have played this game for long enough know things are definitely not always the way they seem, right? It's a long string of small disappointments, broken up by the odd joyous moment. That's what keeps you coming back. So there we go. Big money. Now, that was $88,000. Like, what the heck? All right, it's time to spend some money. What was that? It's $178,000 right there. Almost $179,000. And this is what we own now, this big ass piece of grass. So here's where the pain starts. This is a one painful process mowing this, I'll tell you that much. think I will shut up now for a minute, and you can just kick back to some tunes and enjoy the mowing. Oh, oh my gosh. It was hard on the brain, I can tell you that much, but I'm sure you guys know, anytime you've tried to mow a big field with small implements, it's tough. All right, I figured it was probably a good time to go and repair the vehicle. I think when I was looking at the tractor, we were getting way down there. I think it even started to break down, if I remember correctly. That, and we were running out of fuel, or we were going to be running out of fuel. So I figured it was probably time to get that fixed up, you know. I don't know if you noticed, but right at the end of that last segment, we had $35,800, and now we're down to $700. So I figured I'd take a quick run up to the store. I wasn't going to use store deliveries for this because at $35,000 on a purchase price, it becomes quite expensive to have it delivered. But we've added a tractor. Yeah, so there you go. We added a. I don't know what the exact model is, but it's another Dutes, so we're adding to the Dutes army. Got this one in all black. So this is the same horsepower, but essentially a smaller tractor, looks like, than the previous one. But this little beauty turns out to be pretty decent. So we're down to $640, so we figured, look at that, silage is already up to $28,000. It would have been down to like $3,000 when we took that final load in there earlier this morning. Don't forget, we started this thing at 5 o'clock in game, and look, now it's 10 o'clock in game. Where'd the time go? And I've got the time on 1 right now. What the heck? That's unbelievable. The amount I've had to cut out of it, like the recording, is just crazy. Anyways, we had to add a little bit of money to our bank here, courtesy of the Gaming Joy channel, the custom windrow. Definitely reinvigorated my love for this windrow. Don't really think I had love for it, but maybe I do now. Look at that, buttery smooth. So this was kind of nice, having somebody else do some work, i.e. mow, while I got some stuff done here. And here's the last of the mowing on this end here. Yeah, it's been up to this point, it's been quite an adventure. This is the series of trying new things, and I've often said how, you know, I don't really use. I'm assuming Courseplay is the one I should be talking about here, where you can program all your stuff. I don't really understand how to explain it, but you know, when I'm mowing an area like I just did, and then I got to go out with the windrow, and then I got to pick up all the stuff with the forage wagon. I can't help but think that at some point here I'm going to cave and take the time to learn how to use Courseplay properly and implement it into this series. I think I just can't see how that's not. Actually, I'll talk about it later on too in the other recorded section of this particular video. I don't know. This is the voiceover section. The other one is the live play section. But I do talk about it at some point in there. That I know. You know, the thing is, normally I don't have fields like this, right? I don't have all of this work to be done. Normally it's smaller fields and I don't have any money and all the rest of the stuff. But now we're dealing with these bigger fields and potentially even bigger fields when we want to keep those productions running, right? We're gonna need some horsepower and some people power here. So it's probably it's probably coming at some point. I love the batwing, but it's times like this I wouldn't mind like an 18-meter working width on a mower. It would just make things so much better. All right, it's forage wagon time. So this is where I employ the follow me mod. I've got the new Dutes sitting up there on the hill, so we're gonna get this forage wagon up there, and then we're gonna utilize follow me for a little bit. I like that quite a bit. I'm gonna use it often, I think. So, and then this is how I just basically picked up the rest of it. Both fields were mowed. I just drove around with the windrow and had the AI worker just follow me around and pick everything up. and then obviously when they were full, I'd have to stop, run her over there, grab the tractor from them, and then there you go, head over to the fermenting silo and just keep depositing the grass into there. I think I only deposited a couple loads into the grass dryer, and I think it's because I could only just see dollar signs, so I wanted to dump everything else into the fermenting silo. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll send it back. All right, so if that worked out, you can now see what I've been up to. Yeah, we got up this morning and just sold a ton of stuff. He managed to generate a little over $200,000 and then bought that field. I had this great idea in my mind that I wanted to mow it, and at the same time our other grass field was ready to mow. Oy, oy, oy. I don't know if you can hear my voice. It's been a long one. Anyways, I had an idea where I was going to, I thought, oh, this is perfect. I'll utilize a worker over there. And but then didn't realize with a worker, you have to have a defined field already. This is just the traditional worker, not any kind of auto drive or course play or anything like that. So yeah, so it was pretty much a lot of manual labor, just a lot of mowing with the batwing, not necessarily having a large wingspan on that batwing, and then the windrow, and then obviously picking everything up with the forage wagon. So I'll show you in a minute. I'll tell you first, and then we'll go and verify. But I want to say that I have about 700,000 or 800,000 liters of grass in the fermenting silo now, of which I think when I woke up on the map this morning, there was like 70,000 liters of silage and about 120,000 liters of grass or something like that. Maybe it might have been a little bit different than that, but like, oh my god, it's been something. Yeah, I think that was the number. So so I put a couple about 70,000 liters roughly into the hay, the grass dryer for hay, and then the rest has gone into the fermenting silo. And honestly, I think it's close to 800,000 liters now of grass, not even silage, just grass. It'll become silage. So that's going to be crazy. So obviously that is not all going to go to cows. There's no way I'd ever have enough cows that they'd need to eat 800,000. I don't know. Maybe they will, but 800,000 liters of grass is a lot. So now we have a giant piece of property. Anyways, field 21. We added that, and then we got to figure out what to put on it. So my plan is to leave a stretch along the road untouched, because that's where we'll continue with our productions. So there'll be productions on either side of the road as you enter the area here. Oops. And then behind that, there's a ton of room for a field or fields. Now there's a big hill there, which proved to be quite challenging when it came to mowing. It was fine, the windrow was fine, but the forage wagon was really difficult. So it just kind of leads me to believe that maybe the combine, the harvester, might have an issue, or if we left the hill as a grass field, then you have to cut it sideways. You can't go up and down with the forage wagon. It just won't make it unless we have something with more power. So I got to figure out what to do there. I might leave the more aggressive part of the hill alone, and then just put in one huge field behind where we're going to be putting our productions. But man, that was painful. Really, really, really painful. So I need a plan. I have an odd error maybe coming up with the greenhouse there with the trees. So it's telling me that it's full or blocked or something like that, but I don't see what that is. So we're gonna go over there in a second also, once I got this plowed out here, and we'll check that. Yeah. So, and then we have to get once this is plowed out, I've got to get this field fertilized, and then the grass field I need to get fertilized, and then we want to get these two fields planted, but probably before we go and cut the mega field. The mega field might be left for another episode, because I do want to get these two fields growing with whatever we're going to put in them, this field growing and then the grass field fertilized, so we can get things going. In front of me is the former sunflower field, if you recall. At the end of last episode, after you guys left, I put soybeans in there, and I don't know why. I can't think of what they're going to be for other than just cash. But right now I've got them growing, and I want to say they were like $3,000 or $4,000 per 1,000 liters, which is good. I don't know if they're high yielding or whatever, but we'll find out. That's what's in there. So we have our new sunflower field over where the oats were. We have the soybeans in front of us, and then we have the wheat field, which is not ready to harvest yet. I thought it would be ready now, but it's not actually ready. I would assume in the month of July we'll see that ready for harvest. So if we have the grass field regrowing, we have this field planted with something, possibly canola, because I do want to get that oil. I want to keep the oil factory going, and if I can get canola in here, and then when we plant a mega field, I'm thinking I might make that canola also. This will be harvestable first, and then we'll have the other one, and we should be good. So here, let me get this. Let me just get the rest of this plowed out. I'm using the plow too, by the way. Oh, okay, I'm almost done anyways. The cultivator. So I do have weeds in my sunflower field, and I don't have a tractor with skinny wheels, and I don't have I don't have a spray or anything like that. We will get that at some point, but I just right now I don't have it, so those weeds are just going to exist there. So my thought is that if by plowing this field out, maybe I won't have to deal with weeds. And according to a comment in on one of my videos, I think I mentioned this before, but the shallow cultivator will net you a worse result, I guess, when it comes to yield versus this plow. So Oh man, that's satisfying. Look at the mini map down there where you can see the bright red unfertilized soil switching to green. Okay, I want to run 2 passes down the other side here, and then we'll set a worker and we'll see what they do. But I'm going to need seeds, so we're going to make a purchase here in 2 seconds. In all of the commotion, I purchased this. So this is another Dutzfar, another 143 horsepower. It's a slightly smaller tractor than the one I have already running, but same horsepower. Funds were light, so I ended up getting a weight. I want to upgrade the wheels. I can get those with weights also. And then there's like a light bar I can add to the front and a couple other things. So we are going to beef this up a little bit. This is, tractor number 2. I can see us having one more tractor after this, and something where I can really push the horsepowers, because now I'm going to have 2 tractors that are at I think they're exactly the same, 143 horsepower. So I want something that's like 199.9 horse-purs, and we're going to have to go find that. But I did purchase this. I want to say it was like 50 grand. Yeah, 50 grand. It's been doing great, but but I did, when I bought it, I bought it, I had it delivered to this, I picked it up at the store. What is this? That's fertilizer, I think, right? Fertilizer? Seeds. Never mind, I think we can use that. Probably gonna need fertilizer too, but, oh wait, yeah, fertilizer is the one we definitely need. Okay, let's get over here and do that. Okay, done. I always get that one. It's got a bull on it, so it must be the strongest. I mean, you can always tell something about the product by its packaging, right? Yeah, I kind of knew, I knew that I wanted to get that additional piece of property. I want to really ramp up the crops that we can feed into our production. I mean, currently we have I don't know what you call it, but the one with the oil and the flour and that kind of stuff. So we have that one running, and then we have a bakery where we can make bread and cake. So currently I don't have the ingredients to make cake. I think I need eggs and strawberries and butter and stuff like that. So at some point we can do that. But I am making bread, and then the other one I'm making oil and flour and sugar, with some byproducts being chaff and pig food, of all things. Pig food. It turns out that I can indeed sell pig food at the sell everything container. There's just no listed price, so it's another one of those, you get what you get, the prize kind of prices. I don't understand that. Why can't we just post a price? But anyways, yeah, so we can sell the pig food. I don't necessarily need to get pigs just to get rid of it. Yeah, I'd also still like to add that straw production, the one that makes hats and boxes or whatever it was. Yeah, it was weird. Maybe hopefully it was just the plow that was the problem, because basically when the worker got to the end of the row, the tractor and the plow started shaking, and then off they went. They just kept on going. Okay, I mean, it appears as though we can trust them. That's good news. Okay, well here, let's start by washing our new friend here. I do like this tractor. It's been great, actually. It hauls ass. It handles well. It didn't run into any issues as far as towing anything was concerned. I mean, it cruised right up the hills. The other tractor, both tractors had an issue trying to get that forage wagon up the hill, especially the more the forage wagon had in it, the worse it got. Yeah, I like the stealth look is nice. Once we get those big wheel weights in there, the wheels look even cooler. Okay, yeah, so this guy needs to do a couple things right now. One, I want to grab the spreader. I don't need the lime that's in it. I believe it's full of lime right now. I'm pretty sure this is a fertilizer and lime capable. I don't even know, what is there, like 200 liters of fertilizer in here? 188. I don't think that's going to get us too far unless with the precision farming, maybe it knows we don't need much here. Let's see. No, we're burning through it pretty good. We'll have to get another bag. Yeah, so that production right there, the trees, something is wrong with it. And again, I'll show you in a second here. Just get this field done. All right, looks like that guy's still kicking over there, so that's good news. So it must be that plow that has an issue with a worker. It's good to know, although I need to find a different plow then, because I do want to plow the fields. I guess there's the cultivation is definitely has its merits. I guess I don't know what they are, when you would use it versus something else, but we'll figure it out as we go, I guess. This wheat field here, I would like to be in a position to put the straw, like we have almost an entirely full hayloft full of straw right now. I think there was like 20 or 30 liters short of 250, I think. When we get the straw off the off that wheat field, I'd like to put it into the production, but I think I need about 50 grand or 80 grand or something like that. We'll take a look here. I don't have any more like canola oil, or so I have a little bit of sunflower canola oil, but not enough to pay for an entire new production. We do have pallets that likely by the next episode will have spawned enough that perhaps we can use them to help generate the income we need in order to put the production in, but I don't have anywhere else to put straw when I take it off the field. So, and I don't think I want to just not take it off, especially if we have an opportunity to turn it into something. So got to figure that one out, I think. But things are working out pretty well, I think. That was a pretty big jump in the last episode, adding the productions on production row down there. I don't know what you thought of that. I guess by the time you're seeing this, likely there have been comments on that episode, of which I haven't seen yet because I'm getting myself actually probably 4 or 5 episodes kind of in the bank here. So I got a bunch of stuff coming up that is going to make it a little hard to both play the game and create content. So I wanted to get ahead of that. I am a few episodes ahead of you guys here. I don't know what anybody's been saying about that last episode, but hopefully it worked out for everyone. Okay, so if I look at the precision farming, so pH, that is going to be lime, and the nitrogen will be the fertilization. So our soybean field, actually, I don't need to fertilize soybeans, do I? Don't they fertilize themselves somehow? Or there's something about soybeans that maybe I don't understand. These fields have stuff growing in them, and this is the grass field that I guess maybe never gets fully fertilized, or maybe we need slurry or something. I'm going to unload the fertilizer here. We'll grab the lime. Perfect. Yeah, I sprung for the second tractor because I need to double up some duties here. Obviously, that's why you do that. But, I mean, we're getting a brand new field over there. 768. So it's basically 800,000 liters in this silo right now. A combination of grass and silage. Not so bad. And then the hayloft is full. There's probably 300,000 liters in the grass dryer, so I think we're doing good there. I should have brought that little trailer. We'll come back for it because I want to get the trailer so we can get the feed mix into the cows too. No, well, let's do this. Let's put this right here. We're gonna go look at this field in a second. I just want to get the TMR over there for the cows. I think they're okay right now, but I want to keep that topped up. I want to say it's about 37 liters or something in this building here. Yeah, I had a lot of time as I was working on that field across the way there to look at the way things are shaping up over here, and I like it. I like what's going on over here. It'd be nice when it's producing non-stop. Like if I can have a good volume of sunflower and canola always coming through. I guess it would mean ideally what I need is 12 fields and I can plant one each month and then I'll always have something to harvest, but that's not realistic. Now they're gonna have a bunch of food. So after discovering that, well, so the who was it? Josh at Gaming Joy made an observation that it seems like a lot of the people that are putting animals in are using open pastures, and I think that myself is included here. And so I started trying to think about maybe why that is, but a lot of it has obviously to do with upfront costs and not having, you know, $75,000 to commit to a home for cattle. You know, so that one cost me $5,000. My hope is that at some point here I can put them into a large scale building basically and do it that way, and then it can start to generate manure and slurry and all that stuff for us. But yeah, so check this out. Out of space. So I took the sawmill and I have it distributing wood chips over to here, and then I picked agave. I deactivated the agave, which is just water, and I activated the agave that sorry, not just water, but I think you know what I mean, right? Water, seeds, manure, or water, seeds, manure, and wood chips. So that's activated up here. And then we have the other ones, but like I have nothing sitting in here. Does it mean that there's like, does it think that there's something in the spawn point? Is that it? I don't know what out of space means. Because I had these set to sell. But where's it going? So if I set these to store maybe, and then maybe we got to check back. I've realized that not changes don't always happen immediately. So something I've learned recently as I struggled trying to figure out why something didn't seem like it was working, but then inevitably worked. Yeah, that's telling me this is out of space. Okay, so now we got some more crack growing there. I mean, canola. We have sunflowers and canola, all we need for the oil production. I don't have any specific, you know, large cash injection. Oh, something just dawned on me. Sorry, as I was thinking about silage and when I can sell it. So currently we're playing with seasons off, and I'm going to ask this probably in the Discord Crustu has set up. So I may have the answer by the time you guys see this, but so we're playing with seasons off, right? So basically the crop calendar is gone, so we can plant crops, and then whatever the typical time for those crops to go from, you know, seeding to harvesting, that's what they are. The months keep on ticking, so we go into these different calendar months, and right now I'm subject to whatever the weather is in those calendar months. So I have the option to switch to fixed visual month, which will just sort of like use July as an example. It could just be July all the time. Like calendar keeps moving, so it looks like January, for example, but you always have July's climate and foliage and all that stuff. Well, what happens with the pricing? Does the price of the, like, you know how the prices fluctuate depending on the time of year? Does that still fluctuate, or does it stay in, like, fixed visual month is for visual only, not for pricing, is my guess. I'm thinking that the pricing's still tied to the calendar. I should say here, I have no clue. Like, I couldn't tell you how long this video is going to be. So you've seen there's some that are, I'm all over the place, ranging from, 45 minutes, which is rare, to an hour and 10 minutes. This one, I have no idea. Hopefully you enjoy yourself anyways. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how much space we're going to need, but I want to leave enough room that we can have some industry here along the front, and then again put the field back there. This was a pain in the ass to mow. Actually, it was easy to mow, but then windrow and picking it up with the forage wagon, like all that combined, was a pain in the ass. Yeah, pretty major. I guess what I don't want to do is plant this and then realize that I can't harvest it. That would suck. But even if I put the field at the bottom of this hill and left the hill, it's still a massive, I can still put like quite a bit in here. I could potentially split it up into two sort of longer, skinnier fields. We'll go to the other side, and they're not even that skinny if you look at it. If I cut this in half long ways, here's the other side of it. So if I cut it in half, it's still massive. Yeah, maybe that's what I do, is I make two fields that run from the back of the productions to that hill, and where you can run up the middle. And yeah, that'll be something else. So I don't know what else to tell you in this episode here. That field over there is now planted in canola. We have stuff growing. We have the grass fertilized over there, our little grass field. I've got whatever productions moves that can be moved. We have, whoa, that was a huge jump. We have something in the ground. Anyways, I'll get that taken care of. I'll landscape a bit. I don't have the money to put any other productions in right now, so we're kind of probably done for the month of June. Holy crap, that was immense. So again, I have no clue how long this episode was, because I don't know how long that compilation was, but hopefully you enjoyed everything. And I think it's going to be an interesting summer. We're going to roll into July, where the wheat will be ready to harvest. And we'll go and attack this mega field. I may have the field already cut, so you don't have to suffer through that. And then because I'm not using Courseplay or anything, I tend to have to do all these things myself. And it does make it challenging for me to figure out how to incorporate that into a video. So it is easier sometimes to get that stuff done off camera, and then you can just sort of stroll in and watch me do the glamorous stuff, like spread lime and fertilizer and stuff. But anyways, we'll figure that out. This has been a meaty one, folks. I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.